We've come to Mintdale Engineering in Chesterfield to find out how they reduced the number of operations on this part down from 4 to 1. Keep watching to find out how. So Jason, tell me about Mintdale Engineering.
Well, subcontractor, we started in 1976, parts for heavy industry, drinks dispense, medical.
Brilliant. And a lot of people struggled in the past 2 years for obvious reasons, but you guys, because you worked in medical doing various parts, you were booming, weren't you?
We were, because we were making the gas outlets for hospital wards, as you like. It was a lot, we had to do a lot for the Nightingales.
Absolutely. In those Nightingales, there was a lot of parts to make and a lot of parts to get out the door. And you've got exactly one of these parts in your hand right now, Jason.
I have, yeah. I've got that part there. It's was 4 ops before, milling, turning, milling. That's how many ops it was. Now on this Biglia machine, it's just 1 op.
And look at it, I mean, those different operations, you're not just doing those for fun, are you? It's a complicated part, even though it looks quite small.
It were a faff before, a right faff.
Absolutely, and so now you're doing it in one operation on this Biglia that was supplied by Whitehouse Machine Tools. Now, what about the machine allows you to do it in one operation?
It's just because it's got everything on it. It's got 2 turrets, Y-axis, which you need on this job. It's just got everything that we needed.
And Jason, what were you struggling with when you had to make it on 4 different machines, 4 different processes?
Yeah, it's a struggle, but just because if you've got other parts in way, you've got other parts on the machine, and you can't get them on, it's like you can't get them back in time. It just doesn't run smoothly sometimes. So on here, obviously, it just does it.
And it's not just the fact that you can reduce 4 machines down to 1 on the Biglia, you've also got a bar feeder. What does that allow you to do?
Well, that allows us just to run when there's nobody here, we can just leave it going. And then when it's done, its part count, whatever you want to do, you can just switch it off.
That's amazing.
Well, it switches itself off.
It switches itself off to save you energy, which is really important nowadays as well.
Yep.
And now the machine's landed on your shop floor, it's not just turning parts out with an 80mm max bar feed with a brass part, but you've got this square part here as well, which is actually, if you look at those sides, they've not been milled. That is an extrusion.
It is. So an extruded bar, square bar. We've been making that part now for 22 years, but we always used to make it out of flat bar on a vertical machining centre. But now we've put them on here out of square bar. I could just run it, lights out, no problem.
And that's amazing. I've seen a few machines that will advertise that they can handle square bar, but not like what I would consider a more standard lathe with just a standard bar feeder.
I know it's unfortunately there's not a lot of turning on there. It is mostly milling. But
yeah, you look, there's 2 turning finishes. There's 2 sides. The rest of it is milling, drilling, tap holes, small drill holes.
Yep.
It's amazing what you managed to do with this part on a Biglia machine.
Yeah. Engraved everything.
Now, before you were doing this on a larger VMC, but you were doing 20 off in one go, and did you have any special work ordering? How did it work?
Yeah, it's trouble when we do them on VMC, we had to have an operator to put them in and take them out. If the operator's not here, you're not getting any done. It's just easier on here because you can just put bar on, set it going, and that's it.
And I hope you're as surprised as me what these Biglia machines can do. If you want to find out what they can do for you, get in touch with Whitehouse Machine Tools.